And Olympic fever continues to grip the French papers as well today. Dipty's been looking through them for us. Dipty, what are they saying?
Well, lots of excitement, 366 days, exactly one leap year until the Paris Games begins. Le Parisien aujourd'hui en France today focusing on that. In fact, all the French papers are. It says 1 year to get excited about the Games, and in its coverage it says, 1 year to make people dream as well, and to also chase away those doubts, despite many doubts and many concerns about Paris's ability to host such a huge event. The paper has also conducted a poll in which more than 50% of French people interviewed. You see that poll here. They do say more than 50% of French people interviewed say they believe the Games will have a positive impact on France's image, but only less than 10% are actually planning to attend the Games because most likely because of exorbitant ticket prices. You also have coverage in France's sports paper L'Équipe, which is going with a Asterix-inspired front page, the quintessential Gaulois, of course, evoking what it calls the never-ending wait until those Games begin.
Yeah, nice front page there. As you mentioned, though, still those doubts about whether Paris is going to be ready for this?
Yeah, and it is the focus of some of the papers today. This is La Croix Stewart here. Will we be ready? That's what La Croix is asking on its front page, noting that France's reputation has been shattered in recent times in matters of security, from the fiasco, of course, to the Champions League final last year, to strikes this year that even prompted King Charles to postpone his visit, and then, of course, recent riots engulfing the country. It also prompts Libération, the left-wing paper today, which wonders on its front page, will Paris be able to shine at these Games? It says, after all, it's not just the questions about security, but also France's mood hasn't been great recently. And the paper says nothing guarantees a failed Olympics like more than a grumpy welcome.
Yeah, we don't want that, do we? Also making news today. A new study is warning that the collapse of vital ocean currents due to higher temperatures could be catastrophic and imminent as well.
Yeah, and that system is in the Atlantic Ocean. It's called the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Condition, or circulation rather, or AMOC. It essentially carries warm water to the North Pole, which is then cooled and it sinks down to the surface, and it drives the Atlantic currents that affect several continents. The melting of Greenland's ice cap due to warmer temperatures is essentially smothering these currents, according to this study that was conducted by the University of Copenhagen. If AMOC collapses, according to some estimates, that could be between as early as 2025 or as late as 2090. It would freeze Europe, it would increase storms, it would lead to rising sea levels on the US East Coast, it would disrupt rains across South America, West Africa and India. So in other words, it would be absolutely catastrophic. Researchers warn that the AMOC has not been shut off for 12,000 years. There is some disagreement about when this will happen and how serious it will be. But in any case, it is one of the most concerning climate tipping points right now.
Yeah, the warnings once again are there. Finally from Dipty, Japanese workers battling heat have turned to a must-have fashion piece this summer. This is called the fan jacket. I'm looking forward to seeing a picture.
Yeah, it is exactly what you would think it is. It is a jacket with fans integrated into it. There's no surprise there. It is actually perhaps an antithesis to the sort of climate change debate, because it is also a lot more climate friendly than, for instance, keeping the air conditioning on. It is helping cool down workers, particularly those who work outside during the typically hot summer months. The technology was invented by Hiroshi Ichigaya, a former Sony engineer. It was inspired by his travels in the region decades ago, and since then other brands have created spin-offs of the jacket, including a hooded jacket with a fan for your head, and full body suits with fans in your pants.
No. Okay.
Well, I think in your trousers.
Okay, yeah.
It's seen, as I said, as more climate friendly and a way of cooling down without having the air conditioning always up. Apparently, it is a must-have accessory this summer in Japan.
Yeah, and it'll make your bottom look bigger as well. Thank you,
Not everyone wants that.
That's true. Do take it along with the papers off France 24. More news coming up for you in 15 minutes, so stay with us.